Cristiano Ronaldo is one of the most famous footballers the world has ever seen. 5 Ballon d'Ors, countless records, and a legacy that will be remembered forever. But what if I told you there are players whose achievements, influence, or footballing brilliance receive far less recognition than they deserve? These are 10 footballers who deserve far more respect than they get. And by the end of this video, you might see football history in a completely different way. Let's get started. And if you love football stories that challenge the mainstream, hit subscribe and join the squad for more football greatness. Number 10. Rudi Völler. The dependable German striker who wore his nation's crest with pride and delivered when it mattered most. Völler might not have had the flash of Jürgen Klinsmann, but his record speaks volumes. 47 goals in 90 caps for Germany. A phenomenal return. He came off the bench to equalize in the 1986 World Cup final and played a pivotal role in Germany's 1990 triumph. Völler wasn't about headlines, he was about results, and the results were undeniable. Unlike Ronaldo, Völler never relied on global marketing power or superstar status to build his reputation. Yet he delivered for Germany in multiple World Cups and consistently produced when the pressure was at its highest. His legacy was built almost entirely on performances rather than publicity, which is why many believe he deserves far more recognition. At number 9, it's Michael Carrick. If you watched Manchester United dominate the Premier League in the late 2000s and early 2010s, you saw Carrick's understated brilliance in action. A metronome in midfield, he dictated the pace of games, reading play with an almost telepathic ability. Carrick's 5 Premier League titles and Champions League victory tell part of the story, but the real testament to his greatness is the respect he earned from his teammates. In 2013, they voted him their Player of the Year. Carrick might not have been the loudest name in English football, but his influence was deafening. Ronaldo often received the headlines during Manchester United's golden years, but Carrick was the player controlling the rhythm behind the scenes. His intelligence and positional awareness allowed stars around him to flourish. Without players like Carrick, many great teams simply don't function the same way. Number 8. Gheorghe Hagi. Known as the Maradona of the Carpathians, Hagi was a magician on the ball. His left foot was a wand, capable of conjuring brilliance from nowhere. Think back to the 1994 World Cup, where he lobbed the Colombian keeper from 45 yards. Romania's golden era was built on Hagi's shoulders. He dazzled at Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Galatasaray, but perhaps he didn't shine as brightly as he would have if he'd been born into a more dominant footballing nation. Underrated? Absolutely. While Ronaldo benefited from playing in powerhouse national teams for most of his career, Hagi carried the hopes of an entire footballing nation on his shoulders. Romania's greatest achievements were closely tied to his brilliance. In terms of influence on a country's football identity, Hagi's impact was extraordinary. At number 7, we have Sergio Busquets. Picture this. You're part of arguably the greatest Barcelona and Spain teams of all time. Your teammates are Xavi and Iniesta. How do you stand out? For Busquets, it was through intelligence, composure, and flawless positioning. While the spotlight often fell on his more glamorous colleagues, Busquets was the glue holding everything together. His ability to calm chaos, create space, and launch attacks from deep made him indispensable. 6 La Liga titles, 3 Champions League trophies, and a World Cup are proof of his value, even if his contributions were often overlooked. Ronaldo could decide games with goals, but Busquets helped control entire matches without scoring. Many coaches and elite players consider him one of the most intelligent footballers ever to play the game. His understanding of space and timing changed how the defensive midfield role was viewed worldwide. Coming in at number 6 is Franck Ribéry, a winger whose talent lit up European football for years. In 2013, he was the driving force behind Bayern Munich's treble-winning season. Ribéry believed he deserved the Ballon d'Or that year, and honestly, he had a point. Cristiano Ronaldo may have taken the trophy, but Ribéry's consistency, creativity, and flair were undeniable. He's a player whose career should be talked about in the same breath as the very best. The debate surrounding the 2013 Ballon d'Or remains one of football's most controversial discussions. While Ronaldo won the award, Ribéry had already collected nearly every major team trophy available that year. Many fans and analysts still believe his achievements deserved greater recognition than they received. Number 5. Robert Prosinecki. The Croatian playmaker was mesmerizing to watch. Part of Yugoslavia's 1987 Under-20 World Cup winning side and a European Cup winner with Red Star Belgrade, Prosinecki was a player of rare skill and vision. He turned out for both Real Madrid and Barcelona, but his finest moments often came on the international stage. Croatia's run to third place in the 1998 World Cup owed much to his genius. Prosinecki's talent might have been inconsistent at times, but when he was on form, he was unplayable. Few players possessed Prosinecki's combination of technique, vision, and creativity. Unlike Ronaldo's direct and explosive style, Prosinecki could dictate the entire flow of a match through pure football intelligence. On his best day, he was capable of producing moments that only the game's greatest artists could imagine. At number 4, Dani Carvajal. Rock-solid right-back for Real Madrid, Carvajal has been instrumental in their modern dominance of European football. 6 Champions League titles don't come by accident. Yet Carvajal is often described with terms like dependable or stalwart, which can undersell his importance. His defensive reliability and attacking support made him a key part of one of the most successful eras in Madrid's history. Goals often dominate football conversations, which naturally benefits players like Ronaldo. But winning 6 Champions League titles as a starting right-back requires a level of consistency and excellence that very few players in history have achieved. Carvajal's contribution to football's biggest club competition deserves far more appreciation. Number 3. Jordan Henderson. Few players divide opinion like Henderson, but let's set the record straight. As Liverpool captain, he led his team to their first Premier League title in 30 years, adding to a Champions League triumph and a FIFA Club World Cup. Henderson's leadership qualities are undeniable, but he's also a tireless midfielder capable of scoring vital goals. For England, he's delivered on the biggest stages, silencing critics with his performances. Henderson's legacy is one of resilience and achievement. Ronaldo's leadership is often celebrated, but Henderson transformed Liverpool from contenders into champions. He became the emotional heartbeat of one of the club's greatest modern eras. His influence extended far beyond statistics, helping create a winning mentality that changed the course of Liverpool's history. At number 2, it's Thomas Müller. The German forward is the embodiment of footballing intelligence. Müller's uncanny ability to find space, combined with his knack for scoring and creating goals, makes him a unique talent. With over 30 international goals and assists galore in the Champions League, his record speaks for itself. Yet, he's often underestimated, perhaps because he's not a flashy player. But make no mistake, Müller's contributions have been vital to Bayern Munich and Germany's success. Unlike Ronaldo, Müller built his career without relying on pace, flashy skills, or physical dominance. Instead, he mastered movement, positioning, and decision-making at a level few players have ever reached. His unique understanding of the game made him one of the most effective attackers of his generation. And finally, number 1, Michael Laudrup. A player so graceful, so technically gifted, that even legends like Franz Beckenbauer and Johann Cruyff sang his praises. Laudrup was a genius, capable of unlocking defenses with a single touch or pass. He starred for both Barcelona and Real Madrid, helping both clubs achieve glory. Despite his undeniable talent, Laudrup remains criminally underrated by many. For those who saw him play, he was unforgettable. Many football purists argue that Laudrup possessed a level of creativity that even some Ballon d'Or winners never reached. His ability to see passes before anyone else on the pitch made him truly special. While Ronaldo's greatness is unquestionable, Laudrup represented a different kind of football genius that deserves far greater appreciation in modern discussions. There you have it, 10 footballers who deserve far more respect than they often receive. While Cristiano Ronaldo's greatness is beyond question, these players prove that football isn't just about headlines, trophies, or individual awards. Their impact helped shape teams, inspire fans, and create unforgettable moments in the game's history. But what do you think? Did we get the list right? Or is there someone we missed? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for more football stories. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.